There is nothing more relaxing than driving in a '66 Mustang convertible and letting that breeze blow through your hair. What in the hell is that grinding noise? And that vibration, oh my God. That's definitely a mood killer. Let's get this thing back to the shop, get it up on the lift, fix whatever the hell that problem is, so I can get back to enjoying my ride. Hey, what's going on, guys? Pete with Auto Repair Tips. Check out this classic car, 1966 Mustang. The customer's been driving it for a few years, and they've had some noise coming from the suspension. They can't tell if it's the right front or the right rear. They've had it at a few different shops, and they weren't able to pinpoint the problem. So they brought it to me to look at. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck than the last shops. This guy's really kept this car up. Check out the paint. Check out the interior of this car. It is really clean. He has done one good job at restoring this vehicle. It's got the new dash in it, new carpet, new seats. Really taking care of it. It's a really nice vehicle. Let's see what it's got under the hood. This thing is super sweet. 289 cubic inch engine, automatic transmission. He's kept it really clean. Got a new radiator. By looking at it, he's definitely pulled the engine out and has repainted the inside. He's done one heck of a job restoring this car. It looks really nice. All right, guys, after test driving this, it sounds like it's coming from the right front. It's kind of hard to tell because sometimes it seemed like the echo brought it back to the right rear. But we're going to get it up in the air, and I'm going to start with the right front. All right, after I get it up in the air, I'll grab both sides of the wheel and shake it. They feel tight, up and down. Feels tight. I'm gonna spin it. I don't hear anything obvious. So at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my stethoscopes, go on the back side and listen to the wheel bearings. All right, after spinning it, the wheel bearings sound good. I don't really hear anything at all. After checking the front end out, I didn't hear anything. So I went and started checking the back out. What I found kind of explains why the noise sounded like it was traveling all around. Check this out. All right, after getting this thing up in the air, you can see the drive shaft where it was rubbing against the muffler. Not sure why no one picked up on that. Also, while the drive shaft was turning over, you can see it bouncing real bad. So I'm gonna pull it out and check the universal joints and see how they look. To get the drive shaft out, it's held on with 4 1/2-inch nuts, and then you remove the U-bracket, and the drive shaft will just come out this way. All right, guys, it's just like I thought. The universal joints were toast. That's the vibration that he's feeling. The grinding noise he's hearing is coming from the drive shaft hitting the muffler. What we're gonna do to solve this is put 2 universal joints in, and we're gonna readjust those mufflers so they're not hitting that drive shaft. Once we do that, we should be good to go. All right, to start with, I'm gonna clean the grease off around the universal joint. If you look right in here, there's locking pins that are on the inside. Some of these cars had them on the outside, some had them on the inside. They came both ways. You can feel every bearing in there when you're spinning it back and forth. Get your hammer and a little chisel and just tap the clips out. This is what secures the universal joint to the drive shaft. There's 2 of these, 1 on each end cap, and what that does is it just keeps the cap from sliding back and forth. I use a ball joint press when I'm removing the universal joints. I just find it easier to do it. You can use a ball peen hammer and a hammer, but this just makes it easier. If you don't have one of these presses, I'll put a link in the description below where you can get one at. It's a good tool to have around, especially if you like to work on cars in your house. All right, these are the universal joints that are going in. This is the part number to it. I'll put links in the description below where you can get them at. Before I install the universal joints, I like to get electrical tape and wrap the two end caps. This way they don't fall off and the bearings don't come out. Make sure your kit comes with new lock rings. Do not reuse the old lock rings. Make sure these C-clamps get seated in good. If not, they'll come out while you're driving, and this universal joint will also work its way loose and come out. And if that happens, you'll definitely cause some major damage, and we don't want that. So just put those in with caution and be careful. It's the same procedure for the front, so I'm not going to show you that. The distance between the two mufflers is 2.5 inches, so we want to get at least 3 out of it. So we're going to put a quarter pal between right here, try to jack it and get at least 3 inches. Try to get, we want to get right there in that thing with 2 strong points. Went a little bit. Yeah, it went a little bit. We need about another 1/4 inch. Go. Keep it going. Go ahead and get the drive shaft put back in. Be careful when you're doing this. There's a seal at the end of the tail shaft on the transmission. You don't want to rip it. You want to make sure you get it lined up. I need to be 3 inches taller. Hey, Bobby. Can you help me for a second? I'm a little too short. So I figured, you know, you're short, I'm short, together we'll be fine. I just want to take the back of the drive shaft and just kind of hold it and push on it, try to get it in there. Damn. Tell you, together we make 6'5". Whew. I spread the mufflers out that way a little bit. If you look and see the drive shaft's about a 1/4 inch off from sitting in where it's supposed to sit, it's because it's still hitting the muffler right here. When we jacked it out yesterday, just the driver's side went out far enough. The passenger side didn't go out that much. So we're gonna take a porta pal, go from right here to right here, and get this side out about another 1/4 inch. And then we should be fine. I had to step on it yesterday in order to get it to move.
That?
No. How much pressure it took. Mooch is moving his ass now. All right, that's where we're at. We got about a 1/2 inch clearance on both sides. All right, we're gonna be good to go. After I've tightened it all up, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in drive and let's take a look and see what it looks like. All right, go ahead. Nice and easy. Much better. Compared to the last time we did it, it was bouncing all over the place and it was rubbing excessively here. Now we're good to go. That's nice. Hit the brake, put it in park. Let's get this thing down and go for our test drive. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate you watching. Catch you later.